What made you turn into a hero for everyone else? When my daughter first moved out, she told us she had joined a yoga class and was going to work on herself. I told her to be careful since there might be a creep at the class. After the first day, she called me up and told me that the class was good because there were more girls than men, so she felt really safe. For some reason, however, I kept getting this bad feeling in my heart and told her to still be careful. A couple weeks later, my worst fears came true. My daughter called me at 4 in the morning and was sobbing uncontrollably. I told her to stay calm and to share her location with me. I saw her on some stairs in front of a house, and once I picked her up and brought her home, she wouldn't stop hugging me and crying into my chest. Her mother had also woken up by this point and were both scared and wanted to know what happened. Eventually, my daughter collected herself and confessed that she had gone to a drinking party with her new friends from the yoga class. She knew she wasn't allowed to drink, but one of the guys kept complimenting her and kept talking about how mature and independent she was. He influenced her into drinking just 1 glass, and unfortunately, she didn't refuse. Turns out, the glass was laced. Since everyone at the party was busy getting drunk, they didn't notice when this guy took my daughter into his car and took her to his house. She wasn't unconscious, but was so out of it that she only noticed the situation after he had already taken her clothes off. She kept telling him no, but he never listened and kept going for an entire hour. My hands were literally shaking when I heard this. My daughter had waited for him to fall asleep before calling me because she was scared he might hurt her if she tried to escape. The first thing I did was tell her it wasn't her fault for drinking that glass. Young people make mistakes all the time, but no one deserves what happened to her. Then I asked if the location from where I picked her up was the same as that guy's house. She said yes, and that's all I needed to know. I had to drive my car at half the speed limit because I was afraid I would crash before I got the chance to hurt this guy. When I got there, I took out some tools from the trunk of my car and then broke his window to get inside. The guy was still sleeping, so I stuffed his mouth with toilet paper and tied a rope around it before splashing water on him. He looked at me with horror as I explained who I was and why I was here. He kept trying to scream as I beat him up with my bare hands. Once his nose was bleeding and his teeth were broken, I untied the rope and let him speak. Contrary to my expectations, he didn't apologize or tell me he did nothing. Instead, he started bragging. "Once you're in jail for doing this, I'll go find your daughter again." That's when I lost it. I grabbed the wrench I brought with me and spread his legs wide open before bringing it down like an axe. Once it was clear he'd never touch a woman again, I went home to spend as much time with my family as possible. The cops never came for me, but the next day, everyone from the yoga class showed up and apologized to my daughter. The instructor was especially emotional, and she thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. She said she had contacted the guy's friends and family, and let's just say he'll never have the chance to press charges against me.